I was saying, Golden Truth, love the name. Them going against Breeze Dango Breeze. I'm getting sick and tired of it. The 20th match. Stop it already.
All right. So the first match of the night was the Fatal 4-Way, which we did miss, between the New Day, Enzo Cass, the Vaudevillains, and the Club.
I heard it was a good match though. But you can go and check it out on the WWE Network for $9.99.
First month is free for new subscribers. Yeah, so I'm happy the New Day are still the tag team champs, but looks like they're in a feud with the Wyatt family now.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, because New Day is a comedy entertainment act, and I can understand why you're giving them the belt or whatever. I still like them when they were the heel, not the face that they are now. And you know, Wyatt comes back, and the first thing he gets is instead of getting a singles run on his own, he has to go against New Day. That's disrespectful for all Bray Wyatt has done. Disrespectful. And yet
he was on that singles run, and they put him back together. Remember that?
No, he was on the single run, but he had Harper and Rowan as the tag team, a part of the collective of the Wyatt family. But now he's 3 New Days going to feud with 3 Wyatts, as if they feuded with the Club and stuff like that. Come on, man, we got to find 3 guys to feud with them with all the time. That's just getting stupid now.
All right. Let's see, what was next? All right. Then we had Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin.
I'm getting sick and tired of them fighting for like the 20th time.
They were still in the feud.
They fought on Monday.
Not this past Monday.
Or no, they fought. I'm sorry, that was SmackDown. They fought on SmackDown, but this time Baron went. He fought on what's the guy? Woo woo woo. He fought woo woo woo. Nobody won't see that. Poor Zach though, man. I just
still don't agree with one day as champion. Still don't agree with it.
He probably making $300,000. He don't care.
All right, so then we.
I'm sorry. No, hold on for a second. The fact that Dolph Ziggler carried the company from that Survivor Series and never got a title shot, that's blasphemous. Disrespectful for DZ. Next.
All right, Apollo Crews and Sheamus.
I don't like the feud at all. It doesn't do anything for me. I mean, how you get beat up by Sheamus and you still smiling? What the heck is that about?
You know what the thing is though? I can see when he turns heel. I know what the first thing he's gonna say is, "I'm tired of smiling. I'm tired of jumping around doing jokes or whatever like that."
He should do. He should
now.
Exactly. As long as he ain't trying to preach like Big E did, or dance like R-Truth, or sing or something like New Day and stuff like that, and gyrate like all black wrestlers are relegated to. Like, that's all we can do, so let's just be smiling. Oh, he beat me, I'm bleeding, but I'm going to smile. Please. I'm still not sold on Apollo Crews yet. The jury is still out on him for me.
Alright, so, let's see here. Alright, then we had Charlotte and Dana Brooks against Natalya and Becky Lynch. Obviously, we didn't pay attention to that because we watched the finals. But
I don't know how long they're going to keep her with the title, because the world wants Sasha as bad as they wanted Dean. And I got to admit it, Sasha has an attitude that if she gets the title, I can actually see her going heel. But then all of a sudden, you know, Becky keeps getting jumped every week by every time she's friends with somebody, and now she's like, "I'm tired of it. I'm only going to give you 1 chance." Why are you giving them 1 chance? That's the dumbest thing. Oh, I'm only going to give you 1 chance for you to stab me in the back, but if you do, it's it. That's stupid.
Oh man,
I would love her to go heel. I would really. I'm glad they got rid of the club thing, but whatever. Her and Sasha can hook up for the redheads or whatever. Color me bad or whatever. I don't know.
AJ and Cena.
This match, did I think this match was good? Hold on. Here's my problem.
You really pay attention to the finals. You really don't know.
No, I did watch the match. I was like doing both. The match was good. I will give it. The match was good. But here's my problem. The stupid ending. I said that John Cena was going to win. But I also said that if AJ wins, he was going to win by outside interference, which is still stupid because all it does is set something up for another fight where Cena is going to win again. Case in point, see Cena and Rusev. See Cena and Kevin Owens. See Cena and Daniel Bryan. I mean, I know, but I'm just throwing that out there. But still, I mean, it's not good for AJ Styles. For him, I don't like the club. I think, when he was like, nah, go your separate ways or whatever, and they jumped him and stuff like that, I was cool with that. He didn't necessarily have to be a face, but he could have been straight in the middle. And again, I got to go back to what I said the last time. Why is it that anybody that goes up against John Cena has to be a heel? Other than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was the only one that was like a face.
He never gonna go himself.
Well, The Rock, he doesn't. He's too big to go heel or face, whatever. As long as you don't attack the crowd, you're all right. But again, my problem is, what's the whole point of the '80s routine? Oh, good guy versus bad guy. Heel. Why do they even still have that? Let the fan favorites, let the fans have their match. It just goes way back to that time where when the people wanted Evan Bourne and who's that guy? Sin Cara, the real Sin Cara. And they gave us Hornswoggle and somebody else. Like, that's what we wanted. Everybody in the thing was like, nah, that ain't what we voted for. And then next week they finally gave you the match that everybody was asking for. So, I mean, I want to see them really get into a fight where it's not AJ telling the crowd, shut up, because if he's him going heel that way, then he's gonna lose when he's going up against John Cena.
Well, the next pay-per-view at Battleground, I can probably see a 6-man tag team match. So the club versus Cena and 2 other guys. You can have
Usos.
Nah, they're done. Randy Orton and somebody else maybe.
No.
We haven't seen Randy in I don't know how long.
He's still suspended from drug use.
Randy ain't suspended.
What's next? But I gave that match a 7.5. 7.5. Close to an 8 though.
Alright, so then it was the ladder match for Money in the Bank.
I'm going to say that the match of the night was a ladder match and the triple threat match. No. No. That and the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins match. Okay. Which wasn't very good. And I only tied it up because of Dean. But we want to talk about that.
I just want to say, I'm glad Kevin Owens didn't win. Because if Kevin Owens had won, I would have been so mad. And I don't got a problem with Kevin Owens. It's just that Kevin Owens wins too much. And
I'll say what I said. You mean to tell me that Kevin Owens deserves a title before Bray Wyatt? When you consider skills, Bray has the advantage. When you go Mike skills, Bray has the advantage. Entertainment-wise, Bray has the advantage. Granted, Bray just got hurt. But still, he wasn't hurt when Kevin Owens made his in-ring debut. So...
Alright, so then we had Rusev versus Titus O'Neil.
I don't even care about that match. I think it's the dumbest thing ever.
I didn't pay attention to it. So
I mean, they fought and then didn't they fight again on Raw?
Yep.
What's the point? He didn't win. So Rusev is going through his part 2 of being undefeated, whatever, and then we got to go find a real American hero again, and then I guess John Cena's going to come out and beat Rusev again.
Maybe Randy Orton this time. I don't think Randy Orton's ever been United States champion, so he can do that.
Well, it's still interesting to see what they're going to do with SmackDown. Is SmackDown going to have its own title? Which I think it should, giving guys their perspective. Again,
see, the thing is,
I call for the brands to come back. Thank you, WWE, for watching Talking About Wrestling.
If they're going to do the brand split, which they are, then they need to not just... If there's going to be a second world title, then they cannot discriminate... What's the word?
Discriminate?
Yeah, they can't do that. They
what,
can't,
because black and white people?
No, I mean, like, they can't make the WWE...
Racism?
They can't make the WWE...
Homophobia?
World title more important than that title.
They didn't.
That's what they did with the WWE and World Heavyweight Championship.
No, they didn't.
When has there ever been a WWE Championship match that was 18 seconds at WrestleMania?
Oh, that only happened one time.
When has the WWE Championship ever opened up the card? The World Heavyweight Championship has done that a lot.
Well, again, you want to get the fans. You want to get the fans involved in the match versus because you know
with the World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't think it's a disrespect at all. I think and think about this. Okay, whenever it was the Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view, SmackDown always came out on top.
Mm-hmm.
And SmackDown had the better show for Raw for the longest time. When JBL was commentary on SmackDown, we love the fight. That was their motto, and you know that's where all those guys that are now good on Raw main event came from. They came from SmackDown. Think about when it was the brand split. Punk, Daniel Bryan, all these guys came from SmackDown, and then let's put them back on Raw. No, why? Because Cena couldn't carry it. That's why.
All right, then finally we had the WWE Championship match: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I was completely shocked that Roman Reigns lost, but I think we all know he lost because of his drug thing that he did.
Well, I thought the match was not that good. It wasn't really a good match at all, and I tweeted about it to the WWE. It's like, I don't think this is a very good match in my opinion, and but after he beat him after two pedigrees, I was like, okay, and I was hoping Dean would come out, and to my surprise, Dean came out, but I thought Seth was gonna run like he always does, but he didn't run. Dean cashed it in, got the title.
Run, he just snuck behind him. Look behind him. And
he didn't sneak behind him. No, he did not. He
cashed
cashed it. The music hit. Seth knew he was there. He came in and went over to the referee. Here, take. He did. He went to the referee and said, he did.
No, he did. His music played. He was all like, come on, come on. And then that's when he turned around. Dean smacked him in the face with the briefcase, cashed it in, then hit Dirty
Then he went to that. By the time he got back into the ring, Seth Rollins was already up. And then he hit him with Dirty Deeds, and it was over. I don't care because Seth Rollins won the title that way against Roman Reigns. So the fact that when Dean won the title, that's what put it over to me as tying up with the ladder match, because Dean Ambrose won and the crowd went wild because they was like, it's about time. This guy came close several times, and the people was like on the edge of their seats hoping him to get it, and he got it, and he didn't lose it the next night on Raw, which they didn't Zack Ryder him on that, which I'm very glad. But interesting note, Justin LaBar gave him credit for that, but he says he doesn't like Dean Ambrose's character. And I can agree with him that I don't like Dean's character, which is the Roddy Piper-ish type character. But the character to me now is a little bit evolving. One of the things that Bret Hart was famous for was taking on our comers. He was never backing down from a fight. When he beat Ric Flair, it wasn't televised, but he beat Ric Flair. But he was a fighting champion, is what Bret Hart was known for. Dean Ambrose seems that to me that, hey, I'll take you on, and the fact that on Monday Night Raw that he Dirty Deeds Seth Rollins and then Dirty Deeds Roman Reigns said, hey man, I ain't playing that whole we boys and stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna knock you out to keep this title. And I love the fact that he came to Raw in a cab. Limo, I would have came in a limo, but that ain't Dean style or whatever. But I think his character is evolving to kind of like, I'm bad, I know I'm bad, and I ain't the one to be messed with, or I'll kick your butt.
My only thing is, hopefully he does not lose.
Elijah, you need to put some soap on that and put it on there.
He does not lose the triple threat match. I don't know who will face at SummerSlam.
I hope he at least hold the title for at least 2 months, at least until SummerSlams, and not wait until the next pay-per-view and then he loses it.
Well, then again,
is that
again, I mean, if Brock ain't hurt, I don't know who he's gonna be facing. So there's that thing.
Is Brock Lesnar coming back?
Well, after he does his UFC fight.
And if he's going to go, first of all, if he's going to be in UFC, which is real, which I'm surprised WWE is allowing him to do that, especially
so they can get Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania 33.
So, especially after Dana White ridiculed WWE that it's, it's whatever he called it, and basically was like it's garbage or whatever and stuff like that. It's the fact that they are allowing him to do it and thinking that he's going to be in a real fight, getting real hits, real submission moves, and then he's going to be on Raw the next night or the next pay-per-view to fight or whatever.
Because
I don't think so.
I heard because Brock was asking for more money at WrestleMania, they said no, and then he was like, well, then give me a fight at UFC, and then they gave it to him.
Well, here's the funny thing about wrestling. I find it ironic. These wrestlers don't want to do the job, but yet it's script. I don't want to do the job to this guy, but yet it's script. It's not like it's UFC where you go out and win by your wits and your talent. It's scripted, so I'm writing the fact that you're winning. So you doing the job, I don't get your attitude, John Cena, about doing the job to certain things or whatever, or it has to be, well, I want outside interference if I'm going to lose. It's scripted! So what else happened on Raw? Since we jumped there. Also, I don't know what they're doing with Cesaro. I think they're disrespecting him. He's definitely due for a title run. He had a title before, and he's given a show. Every time he gets in a ring, he's given a show. I hope he gets drafted to SmackDown so he can showcase his talents.
All right, so then we had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn again.
Which is not over. Because Kevin Owens beat him up after he lost. After he lost, I'm like, okay, well, now it's finally over. Personally, I think a feud should always end in a cage. That's how it was always traditionally done. But he got a clean pin on Kevin Owens, and all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, well, it's finally over. Yes, it is. And all of a sudden, now it's back on again. So we got another 6 months of that. That's what like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins all over again. Come on, man.
All right, then we had...
Not to mention, I will say, they do give great matches. You can tell they've been wrestling each other for a long time, so they do give great matches. But enough is enough. Stop doing the Santino and Fandango.
That, in wrestling, when you're friends, they give great matches. I mean, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, when they were feuding, they had great matches.
They didn't feud that much.
They had that feud from like 2002 to like 2005 or whatever like that. Their match at SummerSlam that year.
It wasn't all that good.
All right. So then we had Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains. I think
I'm getting sick and tired of that as well. I don't even like the Vaudevillains. They don't.
Vince doesn't even like the Vaudevillains.
Huh?
I think I heard Vince doesn't even like the Vaudevillains.
It's just stupid. The Vaudevillains and their outfits are dumb, and I still think that guy looks like Cesaro's brother because he got like breasts like Cesaro with the big old nipples and stuff like that. But I don't like the Vaudevillains. I mean, give everybody what they want to see. New Day versus Enzo and Cash. Let's just make it simple. Somebody is going to have to go heel. I want New Day to go heel.
Nobody doesn't have to go heel. You just said you don't have to have heel versus face. So why does it have to be heel versus face? Why can't it be face versus face?
They can do it that way, but it ain't going to play off right. Because you know why? Because in the last 6-man tag, Enzo came out, music hit, and what was New Day doing? Yeah. And then they were just playing around with each other. That ain't going to work. I'm sorry. Let's be friends. No. Fight. Let's get serious. Fight. I want that. So, in that aspect, let it be, somebody got to go heel.
All right. AJ addresses his win over Cena. You know, the whole apologize scene thing.
I'm trying to think who was that so familiar with that did that. Just stupid. It's just stupid. I think it's ruining AJ's chances in the company of actually. They're Ryback-ing AJ right now. They're Bray Wyatting AJ right now. The guy came in with some straight heat, And now come on.
All right, so then we had Cena versus Carl Anderson, but he got jumped. So
yeah, I turned it on just to see the jump because you knew that was going to happen, and it's the not the NWO. It's the Nexus all over again. It's the Shield all over again. It's every time John Cena, you can't never go up against one person. It's the Wyatt family all again. He always got to get beat to show how strong he is. It's him going against the CM Punk's crew or whatever they were called at that time. He always has to get jumped. He can never just, whatever.
All right, so then we already said about Zack Ryder and Baron Corbin.
I don't even like Baron Corbin. He reminds me of Snitsky. Remember Snitsky and him and Kane had the fuse? Nobody really liked him. He was ugly, number one. But he just didn't do it. I'm sorry. And Corbin, if they did him right, where his character is kind of like Undertaker-ish or whatever, he doesn't have a character right now.
Okay.
It's just bland. He's out there with nothing. He has no substance. That's why I don't like him. Like, who are you? What is Baron Corbin? All you got going for you is the Andre the Giant thing, and nobody does anything with that. So what's the point? That's my point. Cesaro won it. Was it Cesaro?
Yeah.
Cesaro won it. Went nowhere. Big Show won it. Went nowhere. So, Baron, what? Baron is actually Baron. He's not fruitful at all.
I'm trying to think. I think, his nickname is the Lone Wolf. I don't know.
Yeah, he's lonely for a character is what he is.
All right. So then we have Paige versus Charlotte. We didn't really pay attention, but Sasha came back and helped Paige out. So
this ain't your house, Paige. The jailhouse is your house.
All right. So then we already talked about the Wyatt family returning, and obviously the crowd missed Bray because they was chanting "We missed you" or "Welcome back" or whatever. So
yeah.
Then Titus O'Neil thing and
who cares about that? I'm
Roman
sorry.
Reigns and Seth Rollins ended in a double countout. Set up the triple threat, which I honestly thought they would save for SummerSlam, but apparently they wanted to do it for Battleground. So I don't know what they got planned. But
yeah, I guess so. So apparently, Justin made a comment on Twitter about TNA. It was in reference to Matt Hardy and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. And somebody was like, what channel is TNA on? And apparently it's on the Pop channel, whatever the heck that is. And he was like, no, you really need to watch it. He's like, it's gotten good or whatever or something like that. And he was like, you really need to check it out. The action there it's gotten better. I don't even know what the Pop channel is, if it's on regular TV. I don't know what the heck it is, but he said it's gotten good. So I'm going to try to find it. Matter of fact, they did actually have Slammiversary on Sunday. I wonder if anyone actually ordered other than Dixie Carter. We'll see.
He just reminded me when he said TNA and Matt Hardy. So, you know how WWE do in the brand split. They've actually contacted a lot of old people from their company who used to work for them back in the day.
I saw something that Kurt Angle signed.
Yeah, they contacted Kurt Angle. They contacted Goldberg. They contacted Jeff Hardy. They contacted Rey Mysterio.
Don't need no Ray.
We guess if we can't have Ray versus Sin Cara, we can have Ray versus Kalisto.
Yeah, it may be a good match for the first time. They'll deflate 20 times before they get, but.
Who else they come
Kurt Angle, I would love to see. I come
Benjamin.
back. Shelton Benjamin, I would like to see what he can do. Let him go against the other black guy, the new Shelton Benjamin. What's his name? Apollo Creed.
Yeah, that's so confusing. I'm gonna keep saying Apollo Creed. They gotta change his name. Someone must have been watching Rocky when they came up with that name. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I know they contacted all of them, so to try and bring them over. But I know Jeff Hardy is on a contract for TNA, and Ray is doing Lucha Underground. So
did somebody else just sign to the WWE from TNA?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know they signed their first Chinese star.
Who cares? He looked like I know Yao Ming was there, whatever. Whatever happened to the other, the Japanese guy? Is he doing something yet? I mean, he's still in NXT. Samoa Joe still in NXT.
I think they'll save them for the draft, to be quite honest.
Finn Balor still in NXT.
They're definitely saving them for the draft.
I don't think they have a character for him.
Finn Balor?
Well, not necessarily Finn. Finn, though, I don't think they... If they do what they... Like, what happened to the Ascension? Has anyone seen the Ascension? They need to
one
go...
of their members got suspended for...
Oh, yeah. He cracked, too.
He just
cracked,
too.
But Disney has this thing where it's called recast. Where you ain't working out here, but we're going to try to recast you someplace else. They need to take the Ascension and recast them in NXT. Get their stuff down like they did with... Try to do with... Tyson Kidd and
well, they did it with Bray Wyatt when he used to be Husky Harris, and he brought him back as Bray Wyatt.
Well, the Husky Harris thing, they tried to he's the Ferrari engine in a 4x4 or whatever they was trying to do. That was just stupid. But the Bray Wyatt character they got,
they did it with Skip Sheffield when now he came back as Ryback.
They ruined him though.
They did, but still, it worked the first time.
They ruined him. And I'll never forgive them for doing that because it's John Cena's fault.
Bray ain't still got no title yet, so he on that same path.
He's being mankind. He's being what's his name? Mick Foley right now as WWE Mick Foley. Let's say that. He's just good for getting beat up and taking bumps and bruises or whatever. But we're not gonna ever give him a title.
Well, Mick Foley is a 3-time WWE champion.
Bang bang. But again, WCW. Mick Foley was just good for taking beatings. Let's make him bleed. Put him in an explosion match. Let's put him in with piranhas. Let's put him in with sharks and bears and lions and tigers. Oh my. Let's do all this, but let's give him no accolades whatsoever. That's all he's good for. Finally, when he came into WWE, hey, let's give him a shot and see what he can do with this, that, and the other. And he excelled at it. And even when he won the title, I remember that night because I was watching it, that Eric Bischoff was like, hey, we understand that Mick Foley is going to win the title, and that's when everyone turned to watch him because he deserved the win. And you know, Eric was disrespectful that night for Mick, and Mick did a good job with Mankind, and Cactus Jack, and Dude Love, and everything. So, but I think that's it. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think.
So you know, Roman will again. Got suspended. He will miss the draft because I heard Cena was supposed to be the #1 guy on SmackDown. Roman was going to be the #1 guy on Raw. But with him being suspended, now everyone's really going to boo him because, you know.
I don't really think the WWE is excelling because they did not have Cena.
It's not excelling because what?
Did excel because Cena wasn't in the picture. All these guys were getting the limelight. They were getting opportunities. Lisha, bring me my cup out of my room. They were getting opportunities to showcase their talent. Now Cena's back. He's taking.
Not like he's in the main event.
I mean, him and AJ had a 30-minute conversation about signing a piece of paper. Really? You want you to sign this thing for me, or it's going to be me in the club? Because I know that all you're going to do is beat me up. So, and he said it like 5 times. So all I want you to do is sign to me or the club. Show me what you got to get intestinal fortitude. John, you said that already. Give him an opportunity to sign it. And AJ got standing there to do, okay. Somebody must be whispering, all right, you got 5 more minutes. Then say something. Come on. He's taking up too much valuable time.
He got so much hair, so he might have someone in his ear.
So, I mean, come on. So, that's it for talking about wrestling. For Stephen J. and Simply Steve, we are done. Remember, faith doesn't sit, faith works. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Stephen J. And I'm here with Simply Steve. And we talking about wrestling. WWE, WWF, WCW, UWF, ECW, AWA, Lucha Underground, NXT, and maybe, just maybe, a little TNA. Because I did hear something. So we may talk a little TNA. Well, they said you like M&M's. Anyway, so let's get started off. We're gonna talk about Money in the Bank. We're gonna talk about Raw, and we're gonna talk about the breaking news: Roman Reigns suspended for crack cocaine for 30 days from WWE and their wellness policy. Man, you just can't do crack. I mean, crack is whack. I mean, why? Crack, Roman. Crack.
What Steve Baby said, or if it's something else, you know.
Stay off the weed, man. Was it for weed?
Well, we don't know, but you know, I'm just
He
saying.
was smoking that Samoan weed, man. Who was
Well, from my source.
Your source.
Yeah, what culture? That's my source. That's where I get most of my wrestling intel from.
Somebody named Culture?
No, from a website called whatculture.com.
What Culture?
Yes, whatculture.com. They have a YouTube page and everything.
Is that next to Bleach Report?
What? Anyway, from what they said, because I saw the video earlier today, they said the WWE knew about Roman Reigns and him breaking the wellness policy actually a couple of days ago.
Crack Roman.
But they let everything in, so they knew before Money in the Bank. So and obviously they knew before, because
Don't trip over the
before they knew about it, before they set up the triple threat match, because that's why they suspended him today.
So is it possible that the Roman Empire was cracked, or was this too many overgrown weeds? Maybe it was a lot of birds, heroin. I don't know.
They didn't say what it was, but
Most people get suspended for steroid use nowadays. Who got recently suspended for steroid use?
I don't know. Who got suspended for steroid use?
It was a bunch of guys that got suspended for steroid use.
I don't know.
Who's the last that guys that got suspended for the wellness policy?
Oh, we mean Adam Rose. I think that's why he got suspended.
Rosebud's. Yeah, he was suspended and
And he got released.
he did he get released?
Yeah, he got released.
Oh man, Adam, that's a shame. But he like supplied his doctor's note. He was like, the doctor said I can have weed. It's medicinal. He got glaucoma. He got glaucoma. He got that eye issue thing going on. He wanted to give me. Oh, you so sweet. All right, so Roman gets suspended for 30 days. They knew there was a crack in a Roman foundation, but coincidentally, this has no bearings on the pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view. What is it? Battleground.
Which will
Personally,
be on July 24th.
Personally, I would use his drug addiction bring it into this angle. Well, you only beat me because you were on drugs.
What?
Does crack and make you stronger than Oh man, I would really go after Roman. All the crack jokes out there, weed jokes out there. I'm hitting Roman Reigns with them. So everybody gonna know, boy, you got suspended for a wellness policy, which wasn't really well. Did Paige get arrested? Because I heard there was a rumor that she got arrested.
Yeah.
When did her and Alberto start going out?
That's what I want to know. Her and
Because
Alberto really going out.
I saw her boyfriend and he is just as white as she is.
Well, apparently that's not true.
At night they ghost.
Apparently she dated Alberto Del Rio.
What? See. I just don't see that as a couple. I just don't really see. And I don't like Paige. This is my house. Now, obviously, he must have had somebody in the house for the reason why she was attacking him. Because Alberto didn't get arrested. Paige got arrested. So what you doing looking at Sasha Banks, huh? You my man. See? She's Latino, I'm Latino, and this is how we roll, stay and keep it within the family and this, that, and the other. That's what I heard. My sources told me. It's probably what they think might have happened. My source doesn't have a Facebook page, doesn't have a website or anything like that. It's close within the WWE organization.
So was what culture?
Sure. Anyway, so that's man, Jerry King. He got arrested. Him and his girl got into a fight. Jerry got a 27-year-old man. Jerry got a 27-year-old girlfriend. Boy, Jerry like 85, and he got a 27-year-old girlfriend. Jerry, woo! And of course, with all the sports athletes beating their wives, which totally against, it's wrong. Jerry got suspended from he still is listed on the WWE website and all that, but he's suspended for a time being. But here's the thing that I'm gonna say: that if they let Kevin Nash come back, they darn sure better let Jerry the King Lawler come back, because I'm sorry, and I still say that Michael Cole, JBL, and that black dude is just not funny whatsoever. JBL every now and then gets off something, but the black dude and him they're not clicking. Michael Cole and Jerry actually had a little chemistry going on there. Not quite as good as good old JR and Jerry.
JR back.
I don't want JR back.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I like JR.
Everybody wants JR back.
No. Oh my God, he's broken in half. Nobody wants to hear that. No, it's a slobber knocker. No. Good old JR's barbecue right there in front of the desk. Come on. Cheap trick, cheap ploy. So let's talk about Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, we had on TV the NBA Finals Game 7, Money in the Bank, and then, the Warriors lost because Steph Curry, trying to be famous and trying to be all fancy, had 2 crucial turnovers. Andre Iguodala, 5 minutes left, instead of he going for a cute layup, instead of doing what he always does and dunking the ball. And then within the last 5 minutes, Steph Curry won't get the ball to the hottest guy on the team, which was Draymond Green. Nobody could stop it. He was hitting threes like Steph could, and Klay Thompson just was in and out. But still, the Warriors shoot all threes, but for some reason, they forgot to just go for it too. And they lose by like what, 2 or 3? They lost by 4. Still, my point is they should have had. First of all, being up 3-1, please.
Well, see, I have a theory on that. It may not be right. I've had a couple days.
You got a source?
No, I just had a couple days to think on this.
How you think about stuff? And I be trying to get you to look for jobs and put in applications, and I forgot. But you got time to think about stuff.
I wasn't really thinking about it. It just sounds good. Now, let me lose my train of thought. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, okay. I think one simple answer to the reason why the Warriors lost, besides, the NBA suspending Draymond, costing them the finals. They was burned out.
Whatever.
No. They were burnt out.
Harrison Barnes was burnt out. Festus Azealis about as soft as cottonelle tissue.
And by the way, Steph 100%.
Steph ain't 100%.
I know, he wasn't 100%. This year, when they faced the Cavs like 3 times, Steph was 100%.
They weren't burnt out because
Yes,
they wouldn't have. No, they were not burnt out because they wouldn't have went up 3-1.
Hold up.
And the game that they went on 3-1, it was Steph
They
wasn't.
barely won game 4. That's how they got the 3-1.
No, they went up. They won by 10. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's like a late.
It's not that many blowouts. I mean, they went up. I think first game they lost. They beat Cleveland by 30, and when they got into Cleveland beat them by 30. But still, they weren't burnt out.
They had a plan to win by game 5, and the NBA ruined that when they suspended Draymond.
Okay, I would agree with that by them suspending Draymond because they could have won that game, but they should have had Draymond on the bench, even though he was in the building.
He was at a hotel nearby.
No, he was not. He was in the building. I saw it on Twitter. He was in the bathroom. He was in the stand. He went to the bathroom, and the people were like recorded. It was all over Twitter. Draymond Green is in the building because they was like MVP, and he tried to take a pee, and people trying to take video, and they was Draymond Green.
If Draymond was in the building, he might as well came out on the court.
He can't come out on the court, but he was in the building. He was probably in one of the suites.
Anyway, had they not suspended him, Warriors would have won game 5.
Maybe.
The Cavs took advantage of that and got the win.
You gotta give respect to LeBron James. And hey, all those fake tears I had to get.
Oh, by the way, he was faking at the end though when he got hurt. When he got hurt, he was holding his arm or whatever like that.
That was a cry like, oh my God, Steph Curry going down hit a 3 on us. Because he did Oklahoma.
But I knew he was gonna make those 2 free throws.
All right, so
everything was over after that.
Pretty much, Money in the Bank was down here. NBA Finals was up there. Matter of fact, TV's right there. See, so a lot of times my focus was on the NBA Finals because it was such a close game. But I was still, and I gotta say, I gotta agree with everybody. This was the best Money in the Bank ever. I would say this Money in the Bank was the best pay-per-view so far this year. This year.
So you're saying it was better than WrestleMania?
Heck yeah! WrestleMania was whack.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You gave it like a 6 or something.
Yeah. This was like the best pay-per-view this year.
Well, they can still save it by SummerSlam. They can still save it.
Let's go through the lineup.
All right.
He's checking his sources.
No. All right. So do you want to go to the pre-show matches or just skip those?
Who was in the pre-show?
Lucha Dragon versus Dudley Boys.
I don't care about that.
I don't even know
the
why
pre-show. They disrespecting the Dudley Boys. 15-time World Tag Team Champions, and they get a pre-show. That's disrespectful.
All right.
That's blasphemous.
And then the Golden Truth versus Breezango.
And they finally won after fighting for 20th time. I'm getting sick and tired of who's that guy? Santino, and who was he fighting like 50 times?
Fandango.
Oh yeah, him and Santino and Fandango, they fought like 50 times before we got tired of it. Now Golden Truth and whatever Breezango fighting 20 times already. Man, nobody want to see that no more. It was funny by the first time. Nobody want to see that no more. Stop.
It's about to be done. I think it's already done. I don't know.
I'm gonna just have to. Oh, I forgot.